Have you ever wondered why you suddenly feel the urge to clean your entire house when you have an important deadline looming? Or why scrolling through social media feels absolutely necessary right before starting that project you've been avoiding? Your brain is playing tricks on you, and today we're diving deep into 10 fascinating ways your mind sabotages your productivity without you even realizing it. Most people think procrastination is simply about being lazy or lacking willpower. But the truth is far more complex and intriguing. Your brain has developed sophisticated mechanisms to protect you from discomfort. And sometimes, these very mechanisms become your biggest obstacles to getting things done. Let's start with something called temporal discounting. Though your brain doesn't call it that, this mental trick makes future rewards feel less valuable than immediate ones, even when the future reward is objectively better. When you choose to watch one more episode instead of working on your presentation, your brain is essentially saying that the pleasure right now is worth more than the satisfaction and benefits you'll get from completing your work later. It's like your future self becomes a stranger your present self doesn't particularly care about helping. The second way your mind tricks you involves something psychologists call the planning fallacy. Your brain consistently underestimates how long tasks will take and overestimates your future motivation levels. You tell yourself you'll definitely have more energy tomorrow, or that the project will only take a couple hours when you know deep down it needs much more time. This isn't stupidity, it's your brain trying to maintain optimism and reduce current anxiety about overwhelming tasks. Here's where things get really interesting. Your mind uses a trick called task aversion, where it automatically categorizes certain activities as threats to your comfort zone. The moment you think about starting that challenging task, your brain literally activates the same neural pathways associated with physical pain. No wonder you instinctively want to avoid it. Your brain is trying to protect you from what it perceives as danger, even though the task itself is harmless. The fourth mental trick involves perfectionism masquerading as high standards. Your brain convinces you that if you can't do something perfectly, you shouldn't do it at all. This all-or-nothing thinking keeps you stuck because your mind would rather avoid the task entirely than risk producing something imperfect. It's a clever way your brain protects your self-image, but it comes at the cost of actual progress and achievement. Another fascinating trick is called the instant gratification bias. Your brain literally changes how it processes information when immediate rewards are available. Research shows that when faced with a choice between working on a long-term goal and doing something immediately rewarding, different parts of your brain compete for control. The limbic system, which handles emotions and immediate desires, often overpowers the prefrontal cortex, which manages long-term planning and rational decision-making. The sixth way your mind sabotages you is through something called analysis paralysis. Your brain tricks you into believing that more research, more planning, and more preparation will guarantee success. While some preparation is valuable, your mind uses this as a sophisticated avoidance mechanism. You can spend hours researching the perfect productivity system instead of actually being productive, and your brain rewards you for this pseudo-work because it feels like progress without the risk of actual failure. Your brain also employs emotional reasoning to justify procrastination. If you don't feel motivated, your mind concludes you shouldn't start the task yet. This trick makes you wait for the perfect emotional state, instead of recognizing that motivation often comes after starting, not before. Your brain essentially holds your productivity hostage until you feel a certain way, which may never happen naturally. The eighth mental trick involves something called the sunk cost fallacy in reverse. Instead of continuing something because you've already invested time, your brain convinces you that since you've already procrastinated for so long, there's no point starting now. It creates a narrative that the opportunity has passed or that you're already too far behind to make meaningful progress. This keeps you stuck in a cycle where delay breeds more delay. Another clever trick your mind uses is decision fatigue displacement. When you're avoiding a difficult decision or task, your brain will happily engage in numerous small, seemingly productive decisions instead. You might spend an hour organizing your desk, choosing the perfect playlist, or rearranging your schedule, all while avoiding the main task. Your brain gets the satisfaction of making decisions without facing the challenging one you're actually avoiding. The final way your mind tricks you is through the illusion of future self-control. Your brain assumes that your future self will have better discipline, more energy, and fewer distractions. This mental trick allows your present self to procrastinate guilt-free, because surely tomorrow's version of you will handle everything perfectly. Your brain creates this optimistic narrative to reduce current discomfort while postponing the actual work. Understanding these mental tricks is the first step to overcoming them. Your brain isn't working against you maliciously. It's trying to protect you from discomfort and potential failure. But now that you know these patterns, you can start recognizing them when they happen and gently redirect your focus toward action instead of avoidance. The next time you catch yourself procrastinating, pause and ask which of these tricks your mind might be using. Sometimes simply awareness is enough to break the pattern and help you take that first small step forward.